So there's been a problem with scammers on Twitch for a couple years now, and it's still a fucking problem. They're most likely on all platforms, but I stream on Twitch and I upload my VODs to this channel. So I just try to play games and watch videos and stuff while I do my dailies on Nikki. Yeah, I said Nikki. So what? Anyways, that is pretty much what I do for now. It's been a few months since I started streaming, and I don't really use other platforms besides Twitch. I should probably do things like use TikTok and create shorts and other stuff if I want to grow, but that's something for later. I'm sure all streamers, content creators, and whatever deal with something similar to this at one point or another. It probably happens mostly to brand new or small streamers way more often. So at least every other stream, people will come in and chat, and probably 95%, maybe even closer to 99%, will end up trying to add me on Discord. After the first, it was pretty obvious, but I still added a couple just to be sure, and they're all the same. So there's two ways they usually start, but it's basically the same after they add you. The first is they come in and they'll say one or two things, then say they're an artist and they can help you with graphics like overlays or banners or whatever. Then they'll ask to add you on Discord. Second way is they come in and they'll start small talk, but it's usually generic like hello, how are you? Or do you play other games? Or have you played this? Sometimes they'll even give you info about themselves, like they live in California or they like certain games or something. After a few minutes of small talk, they'll mention they do artwork and then try to add you. Then, after they add you, they either ask you if you want to see some of their work or they'll just link it right away and ask what you think. And it's very obvious that they use AI or something, or it's just the same person using different accounts because they all have the same style, just with different names. I mean, look at these. They're complete shit, and they all have the same generic look. I looked up several of the names and could only find one, and it wasn't even using the banner or anything. And these were all supposedly recent work. This one is actually a banner for a private Fliff server. I don't know if it's still around because Fly for Fun is a pretty old game. I mean, look at this. It's just a bunch of characters from anime movies and shit. Like, really? Hanzo, Naruto, Alien, Venom, fucking Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. They also use the same fucking guys in multiple previews from different accounts. I assume stock photos or something. And they try to get you to commission or buy something, even if you say you have no money or can't afford anything. They try to persuade you by saying they're affordable or they can work on something small, and if you like it, they'll make more stuff. Sometimes they'll offer like payment plans or a small down payment up front or something. Eventually, if you just reiterate you don't want anything or you can't afford it, they'll either just stop talking to you or they'll say okay and to let them know. I even asked one if they had links to their clients' channels or social media or anything, and they just never replied. I wonder why. The other day, I had a new type come in. This one came in and said a few things about enjoying the streams, letting their friends know and watching from time to time. Then they said I should add them on Discord. I did, and this person named Famous, by the way, asked about how streaming is going and my schedule to make sure they don't miss the next one. I think my stream is cool and all, but come on. After that, they ask what games I stream, what platforms I use, and how long I've been streaming. They tell me they noticed something about my stream, that I don't have a huge audience despite being so amazing, and ask if I feel like something's holding my channel back, followed by saying Twitch is too competitive to grow without promoting. Yeah, no shit. Now they mention they have a brother who's a big streamer and makes a lot of money. Apparently, their brother and their friends created some five-head strategies that thousands of streamers use to change their lives. I ask what it is, if it's some assets, a masterclass, or some shit. They offer to refer me to their brother who will teach me, and I say cool, but I don't have any money. They say I don't need to buy anything, just add him on Discord and let him know I'm a referral. So I went ahead and added him. When I added the brother, I noticed just like all the other scammers that their Discord join date was just a few months ago. Another red flag was that instead of linking their accounts, they just pasted the actual Twitch link in their bio. No other socials or anything. It's pretty obvious they're trying to impersonate someone. Anyways, some of you might notice the name, so I looked it up and it is a streamer. I joined their Discord, and of course, the official account had a different name. So I started talking to the fake, and as you can see, at first they ask who I am, but after telling them about the other guy, they just immediately accept the situation and ask what I want. Tell them about getting help, and they say Famous already messaged them before I added them. So they were told who I am, but they still fucking ask for some reason. So he asked some basic questions like what games I play and what platforms I use, and then says he's gonna share a strategy of how he became one of the greatest streamers on Twitch. Didn't realize I was talking to someone like Kai Cenat or Asmon Gold. He says he'll do it by doing a search engine optimization with the games I play and the language I speak. I assume he's trying to wow me or use technical terms to sound credible and professional. When asked for more info, he says he's gonna run a campaign about my stream and embed it somewhere. When I ask campaign how and embed my stream where, he just simply says, "Don't worry, you will understand when I explain to further." He goes on to talk about his strategy and says he's gonna generate awareness by sending out a summary of my stream to a bunch of emails. I obviously ask where he's gonna get the list from and what else he's gonna do. He replies that I'll get a list from a freelancer, and the list is gonna get people to join my stream and become fans. First off, freelancer of what? What the fuck is he talking about? A guy who collects emails and sells them to people? An email fisher? Even if he was legit, his great strategy is to send out a shitty spam email. One of the things people absolutely hate. They'll definitely click on links in one of them if it manages to not automatically get filtered. Anyways, I asked him how to get started, and he talks about needing an email list from a freelancer again. That he would help with his tech savvy skills once I had that. I asked about contacting a freelancer, and he just kind of repeated about getting emails from one, and that the emails would cost $1 for each one. So I asked again about contacting one, and he just said he could give me a Discord user. I say that would be cool since I don't know any, and he reacts with a fucking 100 emote for some reason. Then he says he has a trusted freelancer who he uses and has the best gaming analysis tools. I say hook me up, and he gives me the name. Then he says, mind you, he's from Nigeria though, so his payment method are always different. I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. Something about a prince. I feel like it's the fucking 90s again, holy shit. He asks if I understand for some reason, and I say yeah. He mentions again that it's $1 per email, and the more I get, the more viral the campaign will be. He capitalized campaign for some reason. You can see he got impatient and got a bit of an attitude. At this point, I got tired of it, so I decided just to fuck with him by saying I only wanted one email and what to do next. I told him I got some from Freddy. I decided to call the freelancer Freddy for some reason. I created a fake list of emails and sent them, but he kept trying to confirm payment by getting me to screenshot my conversation. It's obvious it's the same person behind all the accounts, and he was asking because he didn't receive money. Otherwise, why would he care where the emails came from or if the freelancer got paid? He eventually says he'll talk to his freelancer himself. I messaged the other account and he immediately asked about the campaign in emails. Meanwhile, the fake streamer keeps talking to me even though he should have realized by now I'm lying. I just start reacting with emotes and start responding with illiteracy. Anyways, he stops talking once I ask him to join voice chat. So I just eventually tell him he's a dumbass whether he's real or not, since he's trying to scam people. Since he stopped replying, I just reported the account. The artists are annoying and the guy is a dick, but either way, fuck these people.